Let's now join our correspondent Emmanuel Ere, who is standing by in Rivers State for the latest on the state's APC Congress. Hello, Emmanuel. How is the Congress going so far?
Well, what we can tell you at this time is that the other faction, there are two factions actually. One faction has concluded the ward congresses, or almost concluded congresses in the 319 wards in the state. We have one of the leaders who is going to give us a brief of what has transpired today. But it's been in the news, it's a bit controversial because there was a document that is being contested and debated on at this time, a letter supposedly emanating from the office of the national leadership of the party, cancelling the ward and local government congresses that had held recently, and rescheduling the ward congress for today, the local government congress for Sunday, and the state congresses that were supposed to hold right at this venue on Monday. So there is still the dissenting voice from the other camp who are insisting that whatever has happened today is still illegal because there is a court order that describes the activities of the other faction as illegal, restraining them from conducting congresses until all the issues are resolved. At this time, I want to bring in one of the leaders of the party in Port Harcourt. His name is Nnamdi Wuche. We'd like you to come in. Now, we want to ask you, how would you address the controversial issues surrounding the congresses that you held today?
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Ma, but I do not see any controversial issue for today, or just like you said, the faction of the party. But I agree with you that the congresses we had, the world and local government congresses we had last week, were cancelled by the national party, leadership of the party, and then rescheduled for today, which we also had the World Congress for today, tomorrow local government, and possibly Monday, the state congress. Just like you're here, you see that this place had already been decorated, for the state congress, which would have happened today, which would have taken place today. But because of the cancellation, it was shifted. And then we have today been able to hold a very peaceful World Congress within the areas or within the wards in the entire state, Rivers State.
All right, let me take you up a bit on that document, the letter, supposedly from the office of the national chairman. We hear that there is no signature from the national legal advisor. Is that true, and why?
I do not think there would be any signature for that. But of course, there is a letter that prompted us having the Congress today, the World Congress today. On the issue of letter, I'm aware of the letter, but I've not gone through it to see whether there is any signature or not. But of course, for us to have held the World Congress today, that letter must be authentic, I believe. Yes.
Now, one other thing that a number of persons are worried about, like we hear from the other camp, is that that letter or that instruction came sort of all of a sudden. It came late in the evening yesterday, and scheduling congresses for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, back to back, suddenly.
The time the letter may have come is not necessary at this time. But the important thing is that letter was a directive that congresses should be held today, and that we have done. So the time of the letter coming, it may not be. We don't even need to talk about that because at this point in time, it's immaterial. So where we are is that we have had a successful Congress today.
All right, thank you very much. We'll keep our fingers crossed to see how the legal issues may come up on this matter. But in the meantime, we'd also let you see the reactions from the other end. At this time, we want to go back to you in Lagos.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel, standing by in Rivers State monitoring the State Congress.